Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sonic Issue 271 review, the final part of Champions. We are in the final round of the tournament, and it's between these two fighters. In this corner, from the floating Angel Island, guardian of the Master Emerald and last of the Echidnas, the Rad Red Knuckles the Echidna. And in this corner, a member of the Freedom Fighters and world-renowned hero, the Blue Blur, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now we're going to have a fair fight, gentlemen, unless certain individuals make their move. We begin with the beginning of the fight. As the two duke it out, we are reminded of some of their past encounters.
Oh no! The Chaos Emeralds!
Also, Sonic Battle. Please note that all of these conflicts involved Chaos Emeralds. Speaking of, Sonic wonders where Breezy got her hands on one, and we get a flashback to a few weeks ago. Scratch, Grounder, and Coconuts burst into Breezy's office with the Chaos Emerald. They found it while overseeing repairs due to the world-shattering quake. Breezy and her goons then come up with a way to amass a fortune and gain more followers. And they will make a spectacle out of it. Which brings us back to the tournament. Sonic asks Knuckles why he's even around. Knuckles briefly explains that he shattered the Master Emerald and is collecting the pieces once again. And he also explains that as long as the world is in its current state, Angel Island will remain in the air. Sonic here actually wants to throw the fight so that Knuckles can get back to shard hunting. Knuckles declines, stating that he wants a decent fight. And so we have a two-page spread of Sonic and Knuckles beating each other up with the following people watching. On the top we have Breezy, Tails, Amy, Espio, Honey, and Chip. On the bottom, we have Sally, Antoine, who's secretly a Knuckles fan, some random female fish person, Rouge, Vector, and Eggman. I do like the symbolism of four of them watching the fight through the TV. Meanwhile, Bean and Bark are at the casino's power grid. With the power of bubblegum, Bean attaches a series of bombs to the generator. On Knack's orders, Bean detonates via finger snapping. The power goes out before Sonic and Knuckles can finish their fight. Knack gets ready to snipe both of them, but Metal Sonic crashes the party. It zooms through the corridors without encountering resistance, and the vault containing the Chaos Emerald is already unlocked? Regardless, Metal Sonic steals the emerald and makes its getaway, only for Sonic to intercept it. The chase begins as other tournament participants try to stop Metal Sonic to no avail. As Metal Sonic appears to be in the clear, Tails knocks him down and nabs the emerald. The casino's backup systems kick in, and Metal Sonic is now faced with the possibility of fighting a small group of fighters plus Breezy's security force. Eggman orders Metal Sonic to break off for repairs, with the additional note that they might have a lead on another Chaos Emerald. So yes folks, Tails here saved the day. Sometime later, Breezy makes a deal with Honey to provide her robot staff with Honey brand outfits. Breezy was impressed with Honey during the tournament, hence the partnership. Since they're now partners, Honey addresses Eggman's desire for the Chaos Emerald and the usage of the Hooligans and Metal Sonic. Also the fact that Breezy's vault had next to no security during the theft, and that these actions almost cost the heroes a means to save the world. Breezy puts it like this: the Hooligans and Metal Sonic are no match for her security, and 6 heroes saving the day will get the people tuning in. In other words, the disaster made her more popular than ever. So Honey leaves to prepare Breezy's orders, realizing she might have made a mistake. Anyway, Sonic convinces Knuckles to join them on Sky Patrol so that they can help him with this quest. Knuckles agrees because he does need to deliver a couple of things. One of those things is Chip. And at last, we have the meeting between Sonic and Chip, with some hints at the Sonic-Knuckles rivalry. As the heroes fly off in their all-star racing vehicle, they tell Chip about gathering the Chaos Emeralds and using Amy's Mystic Melody technique to pinpoint Gaia Temple locations. And it is here that Sonic reveals his nightly condition to Knuckles and Chip. Back on Sky Patrol, Sally and Nicole receive a message from a man named Gregarious. It turns out that he has secret information for Sonic to help fix the world. Let's start with Gregarious here. He's from Sonic Unleashed, and he is the Elder and Priest of Apatos. He also appeared in Part 1 when Metal Sonic threatened him about Gaia Temple locations. Anyway, the final round. It was alright for the most part, though I do like how Sonic was willing to throw the fight for Knuckles' sake. It shows that he respects Knuckles and is thinking about the greater good. Either way, the heroes would have gotten a Chaos Emerald, though Knuckles still wants to keep the rivalry going in a way. And I understand why there's no clear winner. Fandom rage and bragging rights. Metal Sonic's appearance in this issue was a little lackluster, but it ultimately served to provide Tails with his hero moment. After losing in his first round and moping about it throughout the arc, it's actually enjoyable to see the two-tailed fox have his moment. Let's talk about this scene featuring Honey and Breezy. Some people might find it unnecessary, but I believe it is for two reasons. First, it's to set up a possible future plotline because we're still in the middle of world building, folks. And two, it's to showcase the different ideologies of these two business ladies. Honey is in the tournament to promote her clothing business, and while she does care about giving people a good show resulting to questionable methods to win fights, ultimately her heart is in the right place. It's shown right here where she basically called out Breezy for almost screwing the heroes out of a world-saving MacGuffin. Heck, she even tried to stop Metal Sonic from stealing the Chaos Emerald even though she had no obligation to do so. Breezy here displays the darker side of business. As revealed in the flashback, she planned on using the Chaos Emerald to increase her global influence. And despite obstacles like Team Hooligan and Metal Sonic, she succeeded. Actually, obstacles isn't the right term in this case, more like unwitting pawns. In fact, if you really think about it, everybody who was in the tournament was an unwitting pawn to Breezy's scheme. Case in point, Metal Sonic's arrival at the Emerald Vault. It wasn't guarded, and it was unlocked. A little side note, folks. Breezy's mentioning of Metal Sonic's perfection might mean that she still has a crush on the robot, and there's still no confirmation on whether or not she's a robot. Maybe it's something that will be picked up later down the line. Also, notice her design when she told Honey that she's gotten more popular. Real subtle. Yeah, Breezy's one of those people that would screw the world over to get more power. To move on to something else, another important event happened here. Sonic finally meets Chip. Oh, and Knuckles is joining the team for a while. Some people might consider this first meeting a bit lame, but I think it's a little bit gentler compared to their meeting in the game, which involves Sonic the Werehog landing on Chip from space. Though I do like Knuckles and Chip's reaction when Sonic transforms into the Werehog. One more thing before I move on to the art. This random fish girl. She looks like she could be a citizen from Meropolis. In fact, didn't King Puff mention that his daughter is abroad? Could this be the princess in question? Diana Skelly provides the art once more, but Ryan Jampol had to step in to finish the job at certain points. To be fair, you really have to look at the art closely to tell whose art is whose. Deciding on a final score for this issue was tough this time around, but ultimately, I'm going to give this story a 7.5. While there are some lackluster elements, there's plenty of good material to make up for it. And so, we end the Champions arc. Very recommended reading overall. At this point in the overall story, our heroes have 4 Chaos Emeralds. Now, when you factor the Spark of Life arc from Sonic Universe, which takes place after this one by the way, the heroes actually have 5 Chaos Emeralds to Eggman's 1. That means there's only 1 left. Will it be located prior to the crossover with Mega Man? We'll find out next issue. Until then, have a good day and be safe.